Nicole, this season began with the theme of world building, but it just kept moving through very practical at times and very deeply spiritual questions. So you have been part of the process from the beginning. What are you carrying from season 4?
So I think I want to start reflecting on that episode around natural disasters and Katie Mears. And the thing that comes to me on the regular is the way in which Katie talked about our little grinchy hearts having the possibility of growing a size bigger. And for me, that's a great summary of what it's all about, is that even in tough situations, how might we approach this in a way that grows our heart a size larger? I've been thinking so much about how actually that happens all the time. It happens all the time in all kinds of situations of loss and struggle. I have been remembering over the past month or so, 2 years ago, my mother-in-law passed. There are little reminders, seasonal reminders that make me reflect on that ending. It was incredibly hard and the family grew incredibly close. And I think our hearts got bigger for going through it. Now that's a loss. And I imagine many of our listeners will have had losses of significant loved ones. So to imagine the way in which loss can grow our hearts larger, struggles, maybe even it's just a day-to-day kind of struggle, observing something with a neighbor, it can grow our hearts a little larger, especially when we get to live into being the sorts of humans I believe we were created to be, which is social, interconnected humans that do things with one another, that reach out and hold a hand. And I think so often about the things that we're up against that separate us, that need us to actively practice that reaching out and that holding a hand. Peterson, you made this comment about our species being at war with the natural world. It makes me think about how I just think two things are true, or maybe a lot more than two. But here's the two. In my neighborhood, I drive by a house where a child is very committed to the turtles that have decided to nest right next to the road on their property. And so they have put up all these signs, turtle crossing, slow down. I think about, that's the human species too. Mm-hmm. And then I think about stories of young kids who take firecrackers and blow up frogs. And it's like probably the same age of young person. One is setting up signs to protect turtles and the other is thinking it's fun to blow up a creature. How is this possible that this is both our species? But I just want to keep leaning into it, part of our species, to care so much that we would set up signs and make sure the turtles can get to the other side safely.